Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Talking It. Today we're talking about an ever-improving EastEnders. Oh my god, fancy that. The fall season in America is coming very soon. Some shows are already started, some shows will be starting soon. Very exciting. And the biggest news of the week so far, of course, is that the creators of Arrow and The Flash are now developing a Supergirl TV show. So let's start there. That's really great, amazing news. I'm really excited about it, really excited if done properly. Obviously, the first 2 years of Arrow have been brilliant. Bit concerned about the light-hearted nature of the trailers I've seen so far, but I have faith in the guys and I think it's going to be another great season. And of course, they've already cast Ra's al Ghul, which is really exciting. But going back to the Supergirl thing, a lot of Smallville fans I speak to want Laura Vanderbilt to be cast. Of course, she was Supergirl, aka Kara, in Smallville. I don't think it will happen. Firstly, because I think they won't want to open the Smallville can of worms, as we've spoken about before. I think she's a little too old. Now, how are they going to go at this? Is this going to be like Smallville, a pre-Supergirl story? Will this be a proper Supergirl story where we'll see her arrive on planet Earth? How will they do that? Will it be connected to Man of Steel? Of course, Jeff Johns has already told us that the DC TV universe isn't connected to the DC movie universe. I'm pretty angry about this. I'm not happy about this. I think it's a missed opportunity. I really do, and I think it is an opportunity missed. But I'm kind of calming down about it because I'm excited about what DC are doing with their TV universe. It is brilliant. Already with Supergirl and Gotham, that's 4 DC Comics superhero character TV shows. Now, so far, from what I've seen of the trailers of The Flash, it looks awesome. Gotham trailers look awesome. Arrow is already awesome. We're going in the right direction. So it's obvious already to even anyone in the context that DC are going to have several superheroes on television and the rest on film. We know that Wonder Woman, Superman and Batman are all movie characters. Interesting that Batman's got a TV show. Even though it's a pre-Batman story, it's still pretty much a Batman TV show. So it's exciting times. Be interesting to hear from you guys. If you comment below on YouTube or if you comment on the Facebook version of the video and tell me what you think. Should it be a pre-Supergirl story? Should it be an origin story then jumping into the Supergirl era? And who else can they have in it? Other characters? Because I don't really read comics. It'd be interesting for people who tell me about Supergirl, about her comic book origins. Who's her love interests? Who's her enemies? I don't really know all this stuff. So it'd be really interesting to see. And of course, I'm not going to totally discount the Smallville connections because you never know where DC are going with this. Now we know that Johns is not connecting the TV to the movies. Anything is possible. And casting, I mean, again, we've seen from Arrow and The Flash that we've had some amazing casting. I mean, who can play her? If it's not Laura Vanderbilt, which it probably won't be, who would you like to see play Supergirl? It can be an unknown actress if you want to mention. I know loads of unknown actresses. I'm quite in there with the industry. So, yeah, mention maybe an up-and-coming actress that you think could do it, or a famous a young actress that could do it. Be very interesting who plays her and who plays the supporting characters. I think this is really exciting news. I think it's absolutely brilliant. And being a mainly big Superman fan, but loving all the superheroes, even the Marvel ones, yes. People do accuse me of being DC biased. That's mainly because of Superman, but it's exciting times. But what I would say is Hollywood need to broaden their scope with the movies. I love the blockbusters. I love the superhero movies. But we need, where are our Field of Dreams type of movies? You know, films like that, films, The Gremlins, the different type of movies that we can all enjoy. That's why Hollywood is dying a slow and painful death. Yes, they're bringing in loads of money each year. But as a member of the audience, I want to see a broad variety of movies. Good love stories, good human stories, and great blockbusters. We've got the great blockbusters, we've got the CGI, but we want to see a lot more than that. And people on Facebook, people online, stop it's all exciting that films make a lot of money, but we're not making a profit. So how about talking about the movie plot sometimes rather than just the actual movies themselves? Just a piece of advice. It is kind of annoying when ordinary people who don't actually make the profit from the movies are just going on about how much money a movie's making, whether it's not enough. Talk about the movies. That's why we're here for, isn't it? To talk about the movies, not to talk about how much they're making. So, fall season is upon us, and it's exciting. Already mentioned these shows already. The shows I'm really excited about is Arrow, The Flash, and Gotham. Gotham has already been recommended as the show to watch. I'm not surprised. It's a big take for Fox because it was very obvious what was going to happen with Fox this year. With the cancellation of the X Factor, they were going back to the popcorn TV, and I couldn't be happier. Still awaiting to find out what's happening with 24, by the way, because that hasn't been renewed as of yet. There's rumours of a movie. My personal opinion, forget the movies, keep with the TV show. I think 24, Live Another Day, really worked, and I think we want to see another season like that. If we can have a movie and the TV shows, even better. But the people who make 24, I just don't think they'll be willing to do a series and the movie. It'll be one or the other. They would be stretched too far. So, but as a big fan of 24, I want to see the TV show continue. I never agreed with it finishing. I always knew it was back. It wasn't the end of Jack's story. That was obvious. So apart from the superhero show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., by the way, looks more promising this season, and that is the opposite to what DC are doing. All connected to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that's the right way to go. We already know that the spin-off is going to be connected to Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well. Agent Carter. And Agent Carter is actually going to be in the premiere of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The season premiere. I'm losing my words. I'm going mad. That happened a long time ago, by the way. Yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Agent Carter will be in the premiere. That's quite interesting. That's kind of, I suppose, in a way, a backdoor pilot. I'm not quite sure when Agent Carter actually premieres on ABC. That'd be quite kind of interesting. At this moment, I believe that DC are leading the way in the superhero TV shows. They always have, in a way, I suppose, with Smallville, the Lois and Clark TV show. So they've always kind of led. Smallville was pioneering. Still one of my favourite shows of all time. What they did was amazing. And I think DC are definitely leading the way there. But of course Marvel are leading the way with the movies. But Man of Steel was a big, great start for the DC superhero universe. And I think they're taking it from there, and it's very exciting. And long may it continue. So, excuse me for a moment. Pardon me. Right, yeah, so over to an ever-improving EastEnders, and pretty excited. Not pretty excited, really excited. It's quite ironic, actually, that all the best scenes are between Sharon and Phil, Shirley. I think the characters that weren't created by Dominic Treadwell-Collins. But I've got to be fair to Dominic. It was really hard for him to come in and take over the mess that he did. I kind of like what he was kind of leading to early this year, but the summer was an absolute yawn fest, and that's why if I was running EastEnders, it would be on from January to May, then it would have a 3-month break back in September. People would absolutely hate me at first, but I think you'd get used to it. And then what I'd do, I'd relaunch El Dorado, and I'd have it in the 3 months in the summer that wasn't actually, when EastEnders wasn't actually on, and I think that would be a great mix-up. Because I think if we're just going to drag the soap out through the summer, why air it? Why not keep things fresh? That's what I think anyway. I think that will be really interesting. I've been talking about a long time on Facebook and Twitter about bringing El Dorado back. I think it's the right time, and with El Dorado being set in a hot climate as well, I think 3 months in the summer will be a great airing time for it, while EastEnders takes a break. I think it's all very well the soap's going on from January to December, but I think in the end you over-egg the pudding and the quality goes down, and that's the problem with our soaps at the moment. The quality has gone down because they don't know how to stretch them out through the year, and I think that's something really that ITV and BBC need to look at. So this week EastEnders has started off being really good. It's obvious what Dominic Treadwell Collins' plan was. It was to start off strong in the beginning of the year, slow it down in the summer, and now explode those bombs, as he said, that he's been laying around for quite a long time, which I think is it's good for us now. And we're getting back to the EastEnders that we love, the pacey, the drama, the breathtaking stuff. I'm very interested to see how Linda's rape turns out. Not really convinced from what I'm reading, and what makes me laugh about soap actors and producers are kind of patting themselves on the back about a story before it's had a fan reaction. It would be nice if us fans and audiences were allowed to react to something and decide if it's, we're the ones it's been made for at the end of the day. Shouldn't we decide if it's a successful thing or a good thing? So really excited to see how the Linda rape pans out, but I'm hoping and I'm guessing that Danny Dyer in the end will start chipping away at Mick Carter's character when he discovers that Shirley's his mother, when he discovers that Dean has raped Linda. That should be very interesting, and I hope we can get the good stuff from Danny Dyer, because Danny Dyer really, when I've seen him in movies and other things, he's at his best when he's going for it. That's Danny Dyer. He comes across as an intense guy, and I can't wait to see that. I mean, I'm still working on my EastEnders fan fiction. 2 ideas I've just posted about. If I was running EastEnders, I would have an after show called Behind the Bar, which I would present, and I just look at that episode and how it was made and talk about thoughts about the stories and where we're going in the show and things like that. And I would definitely look to cast Colin Farrell as Mick Carter's secret brother. And I've told you this before, I'll say it again just in case you don't know. Mick Carter would be Dirty Den's secret son, as would Colin Farrell's character. Now you think you're insane, you'd never get Colin Farrell in EastEnders, but that's the point, isn't it? I would, because I'd be changing EastEnders to a broader scope. It'd be rolled up more around Walford, still in Albert Square, but we'd be looking further into Walford as well. There'd be more gripping, more adult storylines. And I believe with the kind of vision I have for EastEnders, someone like Colin Farrell will bite my hand off. And of course, let him have a break to make his movies and things like that. As I say, and I've said a billion times before, you need to check out Black Widow, my EastEnders fiction, bit of mini fiction on my Facebook notes. On Facebook, I'm Mick Meanus, of course. On Twitter, I'm EastEnders Mad. I am EastEnders Mad. Still not overly fussed about the modern era, but I'm hoping for now we jumped into September, everything's looking a lot more rosy for EastEnders in the sense of the stories. But I think we do need to chisel away some very weak characters and bring some stronger characters in. We'll see how that pans out. But I think, yeah, definitely more exciting times for EastEnders, and we'll see how it pans out. Now, my watch list for full season is kind of, I'm undecided at the moment. I was going to cut Grey's Anatomy out, but I kind of have a loyalty to the show. I love the show, and I think I'm going to carry on watching that one. Walking Dead, I've always been a bit iffy with Walking Dead, but I'm going to carry on watching it. Looks like an interesting season. Definitely the 3 superhero shows, Gotham, Arrow and The Flash, will definitely watch that. I tried to watch The Leftovers, but I got a bit bored. Believe it or not, I haven't seen Breaking Bad yet. I've still got to start watching that, but I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon. I'm going to wait till the dust has settled, then continue to watch that. So, that was episode 3 of Talking It. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode. See you later. Bye-bye.